Hey y'all, we are back. So this is part one. Part one may have a continuing because I just want to give y'all a heads up. I don't have the proper equipment. I'm using my phone and I only have a certain amount of space. But also I am going off the top of my dome, and I really had to decide how far I really wanted to go back, because at the end of the day, this story could start from a childhood to now, but I kind of just want to pinpoint it in one area and then keep it pushing to get to the end, to where you guys know why I've chosen to continue my life without my mother and my sister, because it's just not healthy. Okay, so I want to start back in 2019. My father passed. I was in college. I had to deal with his death on my own. Within that time frame, around COVID was happening as well, between 2019 and 2020. I had to bury my father by myself, go through the legal departments, deal with his horrible family that was just threatening me, all the above, that I never was around until like when I was 9 years old. So I decided to ask my mom, like, hey, school's not working out mentally after my father's death. That was like the last hit that I could truly take for my mental, because college in general was a struggle for me, because I had a lot of traumatic experiences happen and I just needed my mom, and my mom's never there. So I was just navigating it all on my own. So fast forward, make it home. I never enter anyone's house, whether it's a relative or not. I'm always asking, hey, I don't mind paying a bill, such and such. Cool. We spoke about my time frame, when I would be there, just my plans, you know? And I was like, boom. But I ended up getting out of there way before my time frame, which was before 6 months. But while I was there, I have a stepsister, because my mom ended up getting remarried to her second husband. And within that, I don't like calling her my stepsister, because that's my sister, you know, and the other siblings that came along with that marriage, those are my siblings. So within that time frame, she had seen who my mother was for herself before I moved back, because this was like the second home they had moved in while I was in college. So she had her own feelings about my mother and knew. So while I was there, we bonded, you know, she had one room, I had one room. We were just being positive towards each other while all the negativity was happening and beating down the block on me. So I was able to get a new vehicle, because I was driving my father's vehicle and put a lot of money into that. It was just a lot. So everybody knows how it is when you move back home. But with my particular mother, it was bad. It was always badgering, putting me down, nothing uplifting, never really. And all I would do was just go to work, hustle, grind, get everything ordered for myself, stay in a room, because who wants to deal with a parent that always telling you I'm proud of you, then turn around, talk about you, talk down on you, etc., etc., etc. It was so toxic. So when we both got out of the situation, was happy. I got my apartment. Ooh. My mom only visited me once, and it wasn't even a visit. It was just to do the walkthrough to make sure everything was good. Like, not even the people that she said was gonna help me move really help me move. They just was like, whatever. So from 2020 and 2021, or no, 2021 to 2022, it was just me, myself, and I, my apartment, blah, 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 which I'm used to, because like I said, I didn't have a mother that was involved or checked up on me while I was in college in general. Thank God for my grandmother. But, sorry I'm talking too fast, you guys. I'm trying to get at least a little bit of chunk up in there before I do the part two of part one. So while I'm doing that, I'm hustling and bustling. Everything's going great. I had saved enough money, put everything forward. If I ever lost a job, I did Instacart, shipped. I did all that I needed to do without asking for any money, anything from anybody, doing my thing. Now, it got to a particular point where I ended up getting in a car accident. And that's when things went downhill. Usually, if I lost a job, I would be able to get it back, you know, because I'm a hustler. Everybody knows that. Shrewd was able to keep a job. My ex-friends in the past, they know that. I was able to keep a job, baby. And so things that were being said about me were never untrue, about me being called lazy, do this, no. But yeah, so I got in a car accident that damaged me very bad. And at that time, me and my mom weren't talking. I forgot why we stopped talking, but it was something that she did once again. And I always had a tendency of always forgiving her without her ever having an apology. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm gonna try it again, because a daughter still seeking a mother's love regardless, even though I know it's toxic, just hoping she would try, you know? So after the car accident, then bills started to pile up, but I still had money to keep my lights on, things like that, order me grocery. And then I was getting a job, and then these jobs were like temporary jobs, and they were not great. And I was like, what is going on? So I was jobless, almost on the verge of homelessness. Then it became down to, whoa, the tragic part. So I'm gonna pause this, so now I ain't got that much room, and we'll get to the next part, all right?